Be aware of your own worth, use all of your power to achieve it. Create an ocean from a dewdrop. Do not beg for light from the moon, obtain it from the spark within you. From your past emerges the present, and from the present is born your future. If one cannot live the life of the brave, then it is better to die like the brave. People who have no hold over their process of thinking are likely to be ruined by liberty of thought. If thought is immature, liberty of thought becomes a method of converting men into animals. Life is a struggle, and not a matter of privilege. It is nothing but one's knowledge of the temporal and the spiritual world. Nations are born in the hearts of poets. They prosper and die in the hands of politicians. I tell you the sign of a believer, when death comes, there is a smile on his lips. Democracy is a system, where people are counted not weighed. Look at the evils of the world around you and protect yourself from them. Our teachers give all the wrong messages to our youth, since they take away the natural flair from the soul. Take it from me that all knowledge is useless until it is connected with your life. Because the purpose of knowledge is nothing but to show you the splendors of yourself. It is absolutely certain that God does exist. Words, without power, is mere philosophy. I tell the truth, your enemy is also your friend. His presence makes your life fuller and richer. The ultimate aim of the ego is not to see something, but to be something. It is true that we are made of dust, and the world is also made of dust, but the dust has motes rising. When the thinking of a people becomes corrupt, the pure silver becomes impure in its hands. The man of love follows the path of God, and shows affection to both the believer and the non-believer. A community receives light from its history. It becomes aware of itself by remembrance of its history. I lead no party, I follow no leader. I have given the best part of my life to careful study of Islam. Its law and polity, its culture, its history, and its literature. Everything that possesses life dies, if it has to live in uncongenial surroundings. The wing of the falcon brings to the king, the wing of the crow brings him to the cemetery. Man is primarily governed by passion and instinct. If faith is lost, there is no security and there is no life for him who does not adhere to religion. A wrong concept misleads the understanding. A wrong deed degrades the whole man, and may eventually demolish the structure of the human ego. My ancestors were Brahmins, they spent their lives in search of God. I am spending my life in search of man. When truth has no burning, then it is philosophy. When it gets burning from the heart, it becomes poetry. The intellect of 2,000 assets cannot bring forth a single man's thought. Vision without power does bring moral elevation, but cannot give a lasting culture. Islam is itself destiny, and will not suffer destiny. The possessor of a sound heart puts to test his power by entering into big adventures. It is the nature of the self to manifest itself. In every atom slumbers the might of the self. But inner experience is only one source of human knowledge. Sexual self-restraint was only a preliminary stage in the ego's evolution. Divine life is in touch with the whole universe on the analogy of the soul's contact with the body. The possibility of a scientific treatment of history means a wider experience, a greater maturity of practical reason, and finally a fuller realization of certain basic ideas regarding the nature of life and time. The scientific observer of nature is a kind of mystic seeker in the act of prayer. Be not entangled in this world of days and nights, thou hast another time and space as well. Why should I ask the wise men, whence is my beginning? I am busy with the thought, where will be my end? I have never considered myself a poet. I have no interest in poetic artistry. Why hast thou made me born in this country, the inhabitant of which is satisfied with being a slave? Preserve your history and become everlasting, receive new life from the times that have gone by.